Hey guys, Colby here. Welcome back to another raid video. Today we got some news, in-game news starting tomorrow and the day after that. We're going to cover them very quickly and get into the main subject for today's video. I hope you're all having a great day, great Monday to everybody. CVC starting tomorrow, personal CVC, meaning you have the chance to get some big rewards as long as your clan actually wins. So make sure that your clan is winning. If they are, you will be able to secure some nice rewards through the personal tiers. And these vary depending on how much effort and, well, commitment you put in with everything, pulling shards, using your books, leveling stuff up, farming, all of that good stuff for getting the amount of points, right? CVC out of the way, of course, Plarium has their plans in pushing out champions, pushing out incentives for players out there to spend their hard-earned shards or, I guess, bot shards, right? And especially through the voids, we're going to have the void summoning of Yumiko 10x. The Yumiko 10x, we'll be seeing a lot of them being summoned, a lot of voids being summoned out of like a 2x, but in a 10x in the effort of getting another Yumiko or their first Yumiko. I know my buddy Scratch doesn't have a Yumiko on his account, and it's a really big account, you know, and a really end game account, but no Yumiko. It's all about luck. And with that, he's gonna be trying to get it. I'm 100% certain that that's going to be the case. On the other hand, I'm lucky enough to have both of the champions being offered, so it's going to be a 10x on Mishinaki if I'm not mistaken, and Yumiko. So I have both of those champions. Was very lucky with Mishinaki plus the 5-star. Mishinaki was a guaranteed champion through 20 sacreds summoned some time ago. It was 10,000. No, I think it was 10 sacreds. No, it was 20 sacreds guaranteed for the amount of, I believe, 10,000. Yeah, it was 10,000 event points for Mishinagi. That was really worth it, I believe, for the champion that we got. Then we have Yumiko, of course, which they'll never offer these kind of champions through guaranteed events. They will always have them as the top prize of pulling your shards, right? Top prize in the sense of you're trying to get that champion. The 10x chances are there. They are the same always. You're gonna have the 0.5% chance for a legendary, and then the 10 times on Yumiko. Whether you get her or not is a totally different thing, right? So Yumiko, right? I'm not gonna go for a second one. I would love a second one, but I'm just trying to save up as many shards as I can through the free-to-play methods. So what I wanted to talk about today's video is the fact that the fusion is coming almost to an end, right? The Fragment collection, fusion, whatever you want to call it, for Loriaka is coming to an end. I didn't bother with this one. I believe it was a total misdirect. I'm not gonna call it a scam, but it was like a champion that is very much not one I would suggest people going for. Not even the slightest, honestly. Even with maybe the decreased resistance kind of skill set, the very unique passive with the turn meter boosting and the block debuffs buff, I don't see any use for her, even the slightest for my account. That being said, guys, we are coming into the theme of the fusions or fragment collections every month, right? Almost to the letter. We know they start on a Thursday and they end about 2 weeks time after that. And this one for Loriaka will be ending on the 26th. So if you guys remember the schedule of events for Loriaka, if we go, can we even find it here? Let me see if I can find it somewhere else. And with the event schedule of Loriaka finishing over on the 26th, we have 2 possible dates for a fusion or a fragment collection starting in July, right? So it's gonna be starting on a Thursday. We're used to that, and it's either gonna be on the 8th, I believe, no, 6th, or the 13th of July. Either of those two dates is when the next fusion or fragment collection to be starting. I'm really okay with that since I've been collecting everything. I'll be collecting a ton of energy, a ton of shards. I'm pretty much ready for a good fusion or fragment collection to come. It's most probably going to be a fusion since we had 2 fragment collections in a row with Jetney and now Loriaka. So I believe it's going to be a fusion, one of the normal ones we had. You gather up the champions, you fuse them together into an epic. Those are kind of difficult, to be honest, and then you get the legendary. So most probably what I think it's going to be starting on the 13th. I don't think they're going to take it so quickly right after right after Loriaka, finishing on the 26th and going into the 6th of the month for the next kind of fusion event or fragment collection event. So I'm guessing we're gonna have the 13th starting for the next one, and through that is gonna be about 2 weeks worth of events and tournaments. Very similar here to Loriaka, but hopefully a little bit easier, since they did us dirty with this one, especially if you were considering doing her and you wanted a champion with that kind of skill set for your account for whatever reason. They did do 2 summon rushes, which I believe was like a really bad decision and wouldn't really fool anybody about getting her. I had messages from players out there who were just trying to find an excuse to go for Loriaka, and I was just responding with, no, don't go for it, just relax, enjoy your time away from the game a little bit, and then come back maybe in July, and you'll see that they might have a much better champion worth going for, or focus on something else, focus on Sand Devil, focus on Iron Twins instead with that energy that you have available, so that you can progress the account that you have already, instead of going for a champion that seems underwhelming compared to everything else that we have. And yeah, that's it pretty much for my thoughts on the events that we have right now. So coming back to how this video started was about the 10x we have about Mishinaki and Yumiko, right? So those 2 champions, guys, Mishinaki and Yumiko, are kind of what might delay you from getting what you want from the fusion or fragment collection that is coming in about 2 weeks time. If you go all in with your shards, it's an obvious thing that you won't have anything available for the next kind of summoning events or summoning tournaments that will come. Especially voids give a ton of points for both of those. Void champions on summoning tournaments give you more points for both the rares, the epics, and especially the legendaries. You get much more points compared to summons during summons without a void, right? So non-void champions, you get much less, and that is obvious, and that's why you should be, you know, collecting all your shards and saving them, especially if you're a low spending player. With that being said, it's all on your choice whether you want to go for the 10x's or not. I always say this. I just wanted to make this video to give you guys an idea when the next fusion or fragment collection will be coming, and how Raid has pretty much set us all in a schedule. We know what everything comes. The 10x's will never stop, guys, so don't think you'll be missing your chance to get a legendary, right? With these ones, especially Mishinaki was done again in the past. Yumiko, I believe this is the first time we have a 10x. I might be mistaken, but it's definitely not the last one. And we've seen it many times before with the Sifis, with the Necrets, with the Tarash and Marichka, especially those champions who are relatively brand new. They've done 10x's many times already, at least twice, I believe, for both of them. So we will see this in the future again, because they know players want to go for those high top tier champions, right? So don't feel like you're missing out tomorrow and the day after that on Wednesday. Have that in mind, that you can save up your shards, do something else, and then in the future we might have another chance for it. I would say that those champions really help a ton in the game, especially Yumiko with her very unique hex. I think it's a game changer once you have your Yumiko. So I'm not underplaying the fact that you can actually have better chances of getting her now with this one. And the hex, especially with the polymorph being affected by this one, it's really going to be huge for Yumiko. We might have that come into play more into the arenas. I don't really do arenas anymore. Even the live arena is a little bit boring for me right now, since I'm using the same champions over and over again. We really need fusions and fragment collections with good arena champions instead, for it to bring in some kind of freshness into the meta that is, you know, the raid. And we need more of those champions much more frequently. If they want to keep adding champions every month, we need it to be affecting the arenas mostly, because the PvE side of the game is pretty much done, right? The content creators, all of them out there, have made videos, ton of videos out before on all the content that is available right now in the game. So I would say the fusions need to be either 1 month a PvE champion and 1 month PvP, or maybe 1 month a good PvE champion and then 2 months a PvP champion, or even both. Who knows? The plan is all in Plarium's court. They never listen to us or watch our videos at any point. So it's all guesswork on what is coming in July. Guys, this was the video for today. Kind of a chill one. I will be getting back into my regular upload schedule for this week and going forward. Hope you're all having a good rest of your day. Enjoy Raid, play some other games. Let me know what other games you're playing down below. I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.